In the early months of 2026, a single image began to capture the hearts of millions across Japan and beyond. It was a silhouette of a small, 6-month-old Japanese macaque clinging desperately to a bright orange plush toy amidst a crowd of other monkeys. To the casual observer, it looked like a cute viral moment, but to those at the Ichikawa City Zoo, it was the culmination of a fragile battle for survival. This is the true story of Punch, a monkey who was denied the warmth of his own mother, only to find it in the most unexpected of places. It is a story of a surrogate mother, a plush orange toy, and the tiny heart that refused to face the world alone. The story began on a humid summer night, on July 26, 2025. Punch was born into the Ichikawa City Zoo, weighing just 500 grams, barely the size of a human hand. His mother, a first-timer, was overwhelmed by the exhaustion of labor. In a moment of tragic fatigue, she turned away from her newborn. In the complex social world of macaques, this rejection is usually fatal. Without a mother to cling to, a baby's body temperature drops, and their will to survive fades. The zookeepers had to act fast. They stepped in to hand-rear Punch, providing the milk and warmth he needed, but they knew they couldn't provide the one thing a monkey needs most, the constant 24-hour physical contact of a mother's fur. As Punch grew, the keepers experimented with substitutes. They tried rolled-up towels and various soft blankets, but Punch remained anxious, his tiny hands constantly searching for something to grip. Then they offered him a plush orangutan. It had long, textured orange fur, remarkably similar to the coarse hair of a primate. The connection was instantaneous. Punch didn't just play with the toy. He anchored his entire existence to it. He began to sleep with it, eat with it, and carry it on his back exactly as he would a biological mother. The staff began to call the toy Oran Mama. It became his psychological anchor in a world that had started with a cold rejection. The real test came in mid-January 2026. The goal for any zoo-raised animal is reintegration, and for Punch, that meant moving to Saruyama, the Monkey Mountain. This is a massive enclosure home to dozens of adult macaques and a strict social hierarchy. For a hand-raised baby, this transition is terrifying. But Punch didn't go in alone. He brought Oran Mama with him. He can be seen navigating the rocky terrain with the orange toy clutched to his chest. When the older monkeys scold him, or the world becomes too loud, he doesn't run away. He presses his face into the orange fur of his toy, finding the courage to stay. Life on Monkey Mountain isn't easy. Punch is often seen being put in his place by the older members of the troop. Yet he is learning. He is learning how to communicate, how to forage, and how to belong. The plush toy acts as a transitional shield, a piece of his nursery that allows him to face the wildness of his own kind. While he is gradually beginning to interact with the other young monkeys, he still refuses to let go of his surrogate mother. To Punch, the toy isn't an object. It is the bridge between the loneliness of his birth and the community of his future. Punch's story resonates because it mirrors a deeply human truth. We all have our transitional objects, the things we hold on to when the world feels too big or too cold. Whether it's a childhood blanket, a familiar routine, or a memory, we all seek a sense of safety. Punch reminds us that the need for a social bond is the most primal instinct of all. As of February 2026, Punch is still a work in progress, a tiny black-furred warrior learning to be a monkey, one orange-furred hug at a time. He shows us that family isn't just who gives you life. It's whoever, or whatever, gives you the strength to face tomorrow. There are thousands more stories waiting to be told in nature. Subscribe to Wild Story and don't miss the real-life stories of our animal friends.